The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Off play action. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A play fake, now Fields to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Pulled in at the 24. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go right back to the ground with Falk. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And the Rams had 3 and 8 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a give left side to Falk. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
44 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
But they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah,
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after, right down the middle. It's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Amadi Oruwariye. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They just got to go seize it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Gurley, handoff left. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, L.A.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on second down, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Sam Schloman now for the point after.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 21-0 our score after one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a give up the middle. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Fields.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Now Fields. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
There he goes left side. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Rams continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
To throw is Fields. That one complete down the field to Smith.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Play action. It's Fields.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Fields now to throw.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
They find some open field here. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Now it's Fields.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Smith will come in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Here's Fields. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
A first throw for the backup, Wilson. He's got his tight end fan. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 11. Here's Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
A play fake. Now Warner. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Finding space at the 40.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Running right, here's Falk. And some space here. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Wilson. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Warner. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Slot man moves right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Warner to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a give running left for Gurley.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 76 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Gurley again here on first down.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
10 more there and another first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Again, they run with Gurley.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll give to Falk up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
To the air again, Fields. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
2nd and 10. Fields again.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that.
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields.
Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Fields throwing again.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he gets this up past the 30.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. To throw on 2nd down, Warner. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. To throw, Warner. Being chased out left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Warner. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. From the pistol, it's Gurley.
106 yards on the ground for him so far.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
On the give, here's Falk. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
On the handoff, this is Falk. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. That's complete to Largent. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Fields on first down.
And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Second down and goal.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Following the fumble recovery, Warner. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Warner. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And some room to maneuver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
138 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Another carry now for Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Warner. And that will be incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on second down. Fields. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.